Okay, I'm gonna start off with the dollar index and we'll go forward from there. Okay, what we've seen now is dollar. We've seen this low get taken, so this low comes in at 95.87. Okay, so 95.87. We've taken out those stops down there. Overall, bigger picture, I think we do go lower, and I'll explain to you why. But I'll explain both scenarios. Okay, so let's go to the monthly, right? I mean, it's a new quarter. It's second half of the year. It's NFP week, so you want to let price unfold before you start picking a direction or anything. So at the moment, I'm getting conflicting signals at the moment, and I'll go through why and what I think could be happening. So if you go on the daily, right, daily chart, today what we've had is we've had obviously a breakdown below this low here, and then a push back up, right? So if I mark out this, so this is the buying within this candle, and then they pushed it up. So this is the support or the block. So if I mark out this is the open, right? So the open 96.01, 96.01. So today, if we look at lower time frame price action, the low of the day was 96.01. Okay, where could dollar go? So I've got a few scenarios, right? So I'm taking each daily high now. So if I take out so I'm trying to find areas of possible support and resistance of where price could come off from, turn, or if it breaks, continue up. So we've got this daily high here, right? This candle's daily high here, which comes in at high is 96.61. See that in a different color. Okay, and then we've got this daily low here as well, low here, because that led to a 28 pip bounce, so there was some support here. So the low here is 96.34, right? 96.34. Okay, so let's go back down to the low time frame. We've come down, we've found support off of that daily block here, we've rallied up, took out the lows, rallied up, broke mark structure. So going forward, I would anticipate finding support in here. Okay, if we are to continue up, I anticipate finding support there. Not only that, what we have done is we've more or less filled in this gap, right? Fill in this gap here. Okay, so I'm not comfortable taking a short on dollar while we get these clean double top here, right? So if what we could do, we rip up, take out these highs here, and then drop. So one scenario I could look for is if we move up here, say for example here, take out that high and then break through this, and then retest it. Then that would sort of tell me we could have a possible dollar high in, and then continue resume the downtrend. Okay, if we are to resume the downtrend, then I reckon we will possibly go to the daily, start taking out these lows one at a time then. Okay, I also spoke previously about this accumulation here, down here. This accumulation here led to the move up, so possibly take out these lows, but one step at a time. So the next step would be this low here if we are to resume the downtrend. Okay, if we are to resume the downtrend, so we'll mark that out, so we have both scenarios ready for both situations. So I'll mark out this low here. So this low comes in at 95.43, so that would be downside target if we continue down. Stops. Okay, if we are to resume up, then I'll be taking one step at a time. So if we continue going above here, then we're obviously going to target this, and then above that, then we're going to possibly go for the fill all this in. So we aim to target this here. Okay, so low is 97.11. This, so that would be, I believe, next objective to reach. If we continue bullishness, it would be it would want to reach for that. Okay, so far today, I mean, it's been a bank holiday day in the US, so not much has happened at all across the markets. But I want to wait for a few more days to unfold to give me a big clearer picture. At the moment, it would only be a short-term day trade scalping environment until, you know, some sort of clarity is in the sense that if we resume up, then we want to see this. If this gets taken, and then I'm going to be aiming for that, and then fill all this in and possibly take out this. If it's going to go above there, then I think we're going to take out these stops here. Okay, that comes in around 97.46, about 97.45 to 97.50. Okay, I believe we're going to take out that if we continue upside. Okay, I don't believe it'll stop there. I think it's going to take. I want to take out these. So the upside would be about, just call it 97.45 bullish scenario. But downside, if it breaks this, for me, I think if it breaks this low here and then starts, you know, showing structure and continues lower, then obviously new lows, and then I've marked this out. So that would be about 95.40s, 95.45, call it. Okay, 95.43. So those are the two scenarios. That's that. So moving forward, I'll start with the euro. So, oh, sorry, cable. So with the cable, right, I mean, so if I'm expecting bullish dollar, then ideally I want cable to fill this. It doesn't necessarily have to, you know, it doesn't have to. I mean, we've come down and we've swept this low here. So those that were long, I mean, and had stops there, those stops have been taken. I'm struggling to go long this market with this void still in, this gap still in the market here, really thin. I would ideally love it to come to around 128.60 around here, and then show bullishness and then continue up, because overall I am bullish this market, and I think we're gonna go to 130. We're gonna take a high of the week, and then 130.50, and then there's many upside objectives. So short term, I think these highs are the 130.50, and whatever happens after that happens after that. But for now, we've come down, taken. So this low comes in at 129.157. 129.157. Okay, so what I'll be waiting for is, if it's gonna continue up, then I'd want this high to be taken. Okay, so I'd want something like this, and then a retest into that price action, and then we'll continue up. Okay, so it needs to show me the buys have come in. At the moment, you know, it's just obviously just raised, taking out these stops here. I really wish it would be here, but by now, but you know, market will do what it wants. We can't force it. So, you know, and then if it's gonna go short, then if we break this level here, then retest of this, and we go down. Now what I'm looking at is, it's in a point of, it's in like an inflection point for me. If I take this area here, this area proved to be, you know, support, a bit of support here, you know, little bounce, and we just went through it, but we're right in the middle of it. So this was a critical level for me. So if this was a clean break of this and then a retest, I would have been happy to play this short into here. But the way it's looking at the moment, there's no real clarity. Maybe, you know, ahead of NFP tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, may give a clearer direction. So if we can get some sort of rally away and I dip back down, then I know the buyers are coming and I'm going to look for longs. Break below here, retest, then I'm going to look to short. Okay, so that's my two scenarios for that. Euro dollar. Now, So I'm gonna mark out the high. So we've got this. So let me just clear this chart, right? So it still overlaps from my previous market review videos, but we'll go over it anyway. So we've got this box here, right? Now this box just delineates the range. That's all it does, right? So I'm just gonna mark out the high of this, right? So the high is 1.1295. 1.12. Okay. Now we can see last week, once we rallied up above that, we came back, found support there, and continued up. We're finding support here now. We are finding support here. So this is similar to what I'm looking for on the cable. So it's finding support here. So I'm looking at this sort of price action here. Right. This consolidation move here led to the move up. If we break this low here, if this low gives in, then I'll be looking for shorts. Okay. So but at the moment it is finding support here. Same scenario, I want to see a rally away. I want to see proof that buyers have stepped in. Okay, buyers have stepped in the sense that I want to rally up, take out this high here. I would see that as a market structure break, and I would see this move down as a move to take out, clear out these stops here and these stops here, and if we filled in a bit of inefficiency right down here. Okay, so if you get a rally away from it, break that high here, and then retest back into it, I'll go long. This was the same thing that happened here, where it came down into the support, took out these stops here, and then rallied away. See that rally away? I don't see that as a stop rate. I see that as a breaking market structure. Back down, and then going forward to Asia in the following day. This was the long that led to that move up. So similar thing here. I'm looking for the same scenario. Just look at this pattern here. I'm looking for the same thing. Okay, if this breaks, then I think we're gonna go lower. Now, going lower, I mean, I think we probably could target. If we're gonna go lower, I think we're gonna probably come down into here. Okay, this was the last point. This is resistance. So all the way back down there. But ideal scenario would be if we just stayed above there, and then we hunt for longs, and then long targets. I mean, this does not look like a top to me. This high here does not look like a top to me. So I believe we'll probably take out this, and if we take out that, then I think we're gonna be wanting to go for this high here around the 1.16 level, 1.16, 1.1615. Now I explained before, if we take all this as a range, right? So if we look at this as a range, right? This is still a consolidation until I think the real bull trend would probably start. I mean, obviously you could say, well, this is bullish movement. Yes, it is, but remember, we're still in this big, massive consolidation that's been going on for what, 2 years now. Yeah, if it's clean break above out of that, then I think we go parabolic. Okay, we're still in a larger range there. So it would make sense for me it would make sense for price for me. If we are, sorry, I'm losing my track of my words now. So if I've marked out this, right, so what we've done in this consolidation is we've come down, taken out these lows. Okay, we've taken out the low, the bottom of the range. Okay, bottom of the range we took out. Now most likely if it's taken at the bottom of the range, it makes sense for it to now want to take out the other side of the range. So we've got that target here around the 1.16, and then we've got the 1.17 to the high of this candle is 1.17. Okay, continued bullishness, we're going to take out obviously this high here, then I'm going to go for the 1.16, then 1.17, and whatever happens after that we'll come to it, so those are my two scenarios. So let me just get rid of this box here now. Yeah, so bullishness, I want to see a rally away, break this high here, then I dip back down, and then I take a long target 1, and then target 2, obviously target 3, one target at a time. If it breaks this, ideally this low here, then I'll be looking for all this to be filled in, and possibly lower. We could possibly go lower, but we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. Okay, So this is the support here. So this is a resistance, turn support, a rally away, dip back down, and then continuation. That would be my ideal scenario. That would make more sense. Okay, that's that. Now I'm looking at New Zealand dollar. Now I think New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar have actually bottomed out. Now let's look carefully. Okay, so let me just make a clean chart here. So with the Kiwi, if I just drew a line here, right? Draw a thick line here. What does this look like? You know, ignore the wicks, right? With resistance, close back beneath it, resistance, move above, close back beneath it, resistance, resistance, go up above it. This level is acting as a support now. Okay, upside objectives, obviously target, obviously we'll just mark out targets here. So the high is 73748, 73748, and then obviously we've got that high here and then that high there, so I don't need to draw those in, but you can see it clearly on the daily chart. So let's go back to that daily chart here in focus on this price action. It's been a bit choppy. I mean, it's been pushing up, but it's been very choppy. So if I just mark out the open, I'm marking out this block here because this was the last down candle when I drew this line here. Here, this candle, they're buying within this down candle and then pushed away out of it. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm not interested in this one. This is the one I'm interested in. Okay, so the open of this candle is 72,623. That's where it's finding support at. So 72,623. Let's do this. Okay, now let's watch what's happening here. A lot of chop here. I mean, it's not really very clear to read, but if you look carefully, what we had happen. So before this move up here, we had moved down, took out these stops into this support here, rallied away, back down, rallied away. So before a big move, remember, we see a stop rate, then the big move. So let's see what's happened so far. So this week, obviously we've made I mean, this does not look like a top to me. Very clean. These highs here. If it was going to be a big reversal, I would have wanted more convincing stop rate, and then move back down. So I think a similar thing here, where it left this double top here, it came back down. I've seen a lot of people getting bearish. But look what market did, rallied away. This move here, that once the stop rate happened, I've talked about this in my previous market review, where we had this move here and then this rally away showed me that okay, the buys are in, and then any dips back down are buy opportunity to take out these stops here. Similar thing here, it's come down, taking out this low here, taking out this low there, into what? That daily support level. The key thing here is the daily support level. This line is no ordinary line. This green line is a daily. So let me just make that a bit thicker so it stands out. It's a daily level here. Okay, look at the reaction, look at the support we're getting off of that. That's crucial, that is. So what I'm looking for is, I'm thinking this is actually bottomed out here. So we've come down, took out these stops, took out these stops into this support here, moved up, broke that structure high. Now I'm thinking this could actually be the bottom, and you know, obviously target one here. I believe this could be happening. I mean, there'll be plenty of opportunities to get on board, but and what also supports this idea is when I look at the Aussie dollar. So if I look at the Aussie dollar, right, on a monthly basis, right, we can see, I mean, look how flat that is. I mean, you can see there's going to be so many stops here. So much stops resting here. I mean, this is easy money. I've spoken about this before. It is a monthly chart, but I mean, so having that in mind, what have we had happen here? So market has come down into this weekly support here. Okay, so let's talk about the monthly, where it was monthly support level here. So monthly block here, right? Found support, moved up. So this was a bullish candle up. This, I'm seeing this as a retracement now. Retracement back down. So if I mark, so if we have the open of the candle, so if this is going to be a bullish month, right? Okay, we've only begun the month now. So the candle should look like this. We opened, right? We're in, if this is a bullish candle, so this is the wick part of the candle here, power of 3, wick part. So all the big smart money accumulation within this, the wick part, and then if it's bullish, then we can see an expansion. Once it gets back above the monthly open, that trigger could be the NFP or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Then we're going to get expansion up, okay? And I believe we're going to take out the stops here. And then obviously we've got objectives further on, but for now, I mean, at least 200-300 pips, easy objective, okay? So right, this dip back down, it could be buying opportunity. Now we gotta go to the lower time frame to see where we can enter. So we've had this bearish candle down here. They were buying within this. It led to the move up. I've spoken about this before in previous market review videos, so if you watch those previous ones, you'll know what I'm talking about here, okay? And this will all make sense because it's just adding on and going forward with what's happened in the market and what we're looking for now, okay? So if I mark out halfway, the 50% of the body, because that's where the volume of the market is, isn't it? The body of the candle. So the open comes in at 76,185 and close comes in at 706. So 185 and 706. So 615 and 706. Okay. Go down to the lower time frame. So we started with monthly, weekly, and then making our way down. So that comes at 74,945. So 74,945. Okay, and that's okay. We can call that equal weekly Q. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna stand out. Okay, so we've got that there. Let me just get rid of this fibs. Now look what's happened. We've come down. So we go down to daily. We've come down. I mean, a day. I mean, these 1, 2, 3, 4 candles can be considered a 4-day order block. Okay, because there's buying happening while this market was moving down in these daily candles, but the market makers, the smart money is buying within this to push that leg up. And now this is, I'm seeing this just as a dip. Okay. And then we've come back down into the consolidation just before the breakout. We've come back down here and we're finding support here. And look where we found support, 50% of the weekly. Look at that. So I'm thinking, right, I'll take this here as support. I don't really want to see this low give in. There's no reason for it to, unless it's going to be further stop rates and then push back up. This could be bottoming out here. So if this is the range here, I want to see a nice rally up, dip back down, and then, you know, obviously, you know, the targets, fill this void in, and then this high here. So if it's bullish continuation, then this is where we're going to be looking at. So yeah, so that's that done. I'm not worried about missing the low here. You know, there'll be plenty of opportunities to get on board. I just want the market to, you know, make sure that it has bottomed out. Aussie has come down, fill this in. This is a very, very thin gap here, so they're going to want to fill this in if it's going to continue up. So look, judging by the Aussie and Kiwi, you know, these dollar crosses are telling me that there's good chance that the dollar will want to go down. So sometimes the euro is not clear or the cable is not clear. We look at the other majors, what are they saying? Now I was in two minds about this dollar yen, okay? And even with all that dollar weakness, right? Dollar yen is just not giving a damn. It's just been pushing higher and higher. So we could be. I've talked about this before, where, you know, let me just do this first. 13.64. Hang on. Open 259. Okay. 259. So okay, we've got that there, and you can see this the daily bearish flow. Okay, the daily blocks again respected there, back up into there, back up into there. So I'm thinking, okay, this move up could be fill this in, getting more orders for shorts to take it down. We've taken out these stops here. Similar scenario here where it's pushing up. We've took out these stops here, push down, back up above. Now the other scenario was if these would take out these highs here, but if the dollar has topped out, then I think this could be pushed lower here. I mean, it's gonna be, if it's gonna be a push lower, then, you know, I'm not worried about not getting on board at the high. It doesn't matter. All I'm going to do here is just refine this a bit. Okay, so I'm going to push it up to the 4 hour here. Okay, there's a bit of a gap there. Okay, so if this could be a potential top now in place, the market. So that lines up. So we could have the Aussie topping, bottoming out, Kiwi topping out, Euro bottoming out, cable and dollar yen. The three highest ones that look like to me are the dollar yen, Kiwi and Aussie. Okay, so yeah, so this could be a top out. Now what would confirm that for me is a move below here. A move below here would tell me that okay, the longs are fucked now and we're gonna go all the way down. And obviously the targets are, there's a lot of targets here, all these stops here, fill this in, and we don't need to worry about that. We know exactly what's going to happen. So at the moment we're getting bearish flow. We're getting bearish flow now. So so we pushed up, took out these stops here, dropped down. So there's two scenarios. I mean, this was happening at the time. This could have just been dropped down for the stop rate to take out weak longs for another push up, but it's struggling to get back above here now. So if it's struggling to get back above here, I'm seeing this now as a break in market structure now instead, coming off a daily block. Okay, so one way I'm gonna test or confirm to me that is this resistance level, or this block or resistance, is gonna hold. Well, I want to see the price action, how is it looking. So I'm glad that this is happening because it's making it clear for me what's happening on the other pairs. So break below here would sort of confirm for me, and then I'd wait for retracements back up, and then I'd look to short. Okay, so at the moment there's no clear entry for me here right now. I'll have to let price unfold, but I just want to know is the top in or not, And another thing is, right, I was looking at gold. Okay, I was looking to short gold, and I was short gold, and I was saying okay, we're gonna want to take out these lows here, fill in a bit of this void, and then maybe we'll see what happens after that. But the fact that it's struggling to go down is telling me this could have bottomed out as well. So I'm going to be quick to change my bias. I'm not going to be stubborn and just stick to a short idea. If market's telling me it doesn't want to go up, go down, then obviously it's going to want to go up. So we're still within this weekly bullish block here. If we just had another test into it, okay, and we could continue pushing up. I mean, these highs are very, very clean. I think if this is the bottom, then I believe we're gonna go all the way back up there. So that's a big target there. We'll see what happens after that. So what's happening here? I believe this could be the block that's holding now. They could be holding this now, whereas before I thought this would be the stop rate, the stops here, but they're holding this now. So I'm gonna have to change my bias if that's the case. So every bullish block now is a form of support for me now. Okay, what would change it for me is if we broke, and it can still happen, is if we broke this here. If we broke below this and then a retest back into this would show me that okay, now we're probably gonna go lower. But at the moment, I mean, the bearish flow is not intact. And I said this is why I said on my Twitter that I'm closing my gold long, gold shorts, because I did not want to see price get back above here. And when it started pushing back above here, I go, hang on a minute. So I had to reanalyze it. I say, okay, I'm focusing on the bearish scenarios now all this time. Let me see what is happening. The bullish blocks are still getting respected here. So switch bias. Then this is the stop rate down. Took out these stops here, rally off, support. It's finding support at every bearish candle that's at a key level, and it's continuing to push up now. Okay, ideally if we start getting a nice heavy move up above here, then I think that confirms it for me, which is similar to an inverse to the dollar yen. So this is what put me on alert. I was just looking at dollar yen alone, which sort of put me on alert on the gold market. Okay, and similar with silver. Silver came down, took out that low, right? Gold did not come down, take out that low, which shows a bit of a divergence. So that means I mean, obviously if dollar's gonna go down, they're both gonna probably push up. But it's all these little warning signs that get ready to change your bias. Obviously we are at key support here, So at the moment it's looking like, you know, it wants to push up. So yeah, so there'll be plenty of opportunities to get on board, not to worry about missing opportunities, you know. And then once the low is confirmed, then we can just start saying, well, target here, and then, you know, highs here, you know the score then. Okay, so that's all I'm looking for right now. Dalakad, I mean, I do believe, I don't think this is gonna hold. I mean, it's come to these objectives here. I was shorting for him. I've got to, haven't got any of this move. Dalek has just been one of those pairs rather. I've not been clear entries for me, and when there has been clear entry, I've just been focusing on other pairs. So it doesn't matter. There's plenty of other pairs out there. I don't think this is gonna hold. If you look on my trading view, tradingview.com, trader SZ, I've got some macro charts of quarterly charts and 6-month charts. In my next review, I'll start showing that in there as well and how I use them. But that is suggesting to me that we're gonna take out this low here. I think it was this low. One of the lows. It was a macro. Let me go to monthly. I think it was one of these. This low here. Okay, because if you look low, okay, we got a low, a lower low, and then a higher low. That's a little swing low on a monthly basis. So that's another 190 odd ticks, and then obviously this low here, but we'll see what happens there. So at the moment, it's suggesting to me this one's lower, judging by, you know, dollar weakness. So there's no reason for me to be long in this market, even though it is at a daily support level, you know, here. All the other majors suggesting that they're gonna go up against the dollar, so I wouldn't want to be long dollar CAD if that's the case. So that's what I'm gonna leave it at for now. We'll see how price unfolds, and then we'll update and see what happens then. Okay.